Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Crowdsourced challenge where it's time to finish, I think. Or at least make some pallets. You know, one or the other. So hopefully I've got this switched on. Hopefully this is going to work the way that I want it to. It's not switched on, is it? It is switched on! Hooray! So we're gonna make some sugar beet pallets with the little bobcat, which I barely use. And we're gonna make a mess, because of course we are. Oh god, do I have to move each pallet individually? Is it only... over there? Oh god, I'm gonna have to move each pallet individually. Oh, this is... Okay, maybe using the bobcat for this is a bad idea. I'm gonna go get the deer once I've got this in, because I'm just making a mess. Let's go get the John Deere. And we'll use the bobcat just to move the pallets around. Because this is otherwise just going to be one big old... well, it's already a mess. I also need to clean up the mess that I made here. I'm just making things worse, aren't I? I'm just making things worse. Well done, Dave, you idiot. Right. Let's go get the John Deere. Because this has a big bucket. And can lift. Dost thou even hoist, bro? So the plan is we're going to make pallets of sugar beets. We're going to load them automatically. We're going to auto-load. I know that the rules say no auto-load, but I'm ignoring them for convenience. Also because of the last episode in the series and nobody can really complain. No, I'm ignoring the rules just because it's going to be a lot faster and easier to auto-load. Because these pallets are notorious for being a bit wonky at times. They're a new system in Farm Sim and it's, you know, it needs some work. All new systems have teething problems. You know, you're never gonna get it right first time, and Giants got it mostly right, but the pallets do have a habit of, you know, clipping through pallet forks and being a bit weird on trailers. And that's not necessarily the greatest thing you want in a situation where you're planning on making quite a few pallets. The reason that I'm making these pallets is because I do have the pallet sale bonus mod in, which what it does is, I will tell you what it does. What it does, I shall explain the use of the pallet sale mod. It does a thing that I'm going to explain to you right now. What it does is it does a thing, and that thing, what it does, is very interesting. And you know, the interesting thing about it is the mod does it. No, seriously, the pallet sale mod basically makes it so that every time you sell a pallet of sugar beets or potatoes, you get a bonus from making them into pallets. And that bonus is, I think, a 50% or... it's either 50 or 100% sales price increase, because obviously pallets are a bit easier to handle, and boxes are a bit easier to handle than just raw materials. And just, you know, several dozen tons of potatoes or sugar beets. So let's get this going here. Is it gonna be nice to me? No, it's not. ZX, 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 ZX. There we go. We're just gonna throw the pallets over. No! No, 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 no. Don't close the gate. Okay, putting it there was probably a terrible idea. Like, putting it right in the trigger of that door was probably actually a terrible idea. Because this one's now gonna... Is this gonna trigger the door, or is it gonna be nice to me? It's not gonna trigger the door. Victory for me! And this might be a very short episode, good lord. I was expecting this to take a bit longer than it is taking. I thought we'd get significantly more sugar beets than we have. I think each one of these pallets is 2,000 litres of sugar beets, roughly speaking. And I won't know unless... Yes, it is 2,000 litres. Hey, I remembered a thing. Yes, I am just launching them onto the trailer, because why not? But that is all the sugar beets off the ground. We're just going to need to wait for this to finish palletizing all the beets. And we'll move the boxes as soon as we possibly can. The one thing that I dislike about how this works is it just magically creates boxes out of nowhere. It'd be kind of nice if you could, you know, supply it with boxes, because there's 3 belts here. It'd be kind of nice to be able to, you know, use all 3, even though this is just a grading system for stuff. Or if this conveyor here at the bottom split in 2 and you could use both sides. You know, I'm pretty sure that this is a real machine. So I'm nitpicking Grima's design here. But yeah, in real life this is a grading system. You can see that if I just go under here, the rollers here are spaced differently as you go along. So that, ooh, where's the box gone? As stuff goes along, the bigger stuff will fall out first, then the middle-y sized stuff, and then the smaller stuff will make it right up to the end here where you get the box of teenies. Whereas in Farm Sim it just works that you get everything into the one box, so it's kind of pointless. So the pallet filled. And the trailer's full. Don't close the gate. The door, whatever. Let's unload that centrally. And yes, I'm going to actually drive these with as real pallets instead of the usual shenanigans I do of driving the fake pallets over. Where are we going with this, by the way? Something I have not actually thought about. Sugar beet is going to Malone's Farm Shop, $717.39 per ton, which should, in theory, double to $1,400 per ton. We got quite a few tons. For those of you that don't know this, sugar beet, in terms of like yield versus price, is one of the most profitable crops to do. Potatoes, actually, I think the most profitable, because you can... I'm gonna harp on about this again, aren't I? Yes, I am. Why do you keep doing this, Dave? Because I keep liking to tell this story. But why do you keep telling the story? Because I like the story. But why do you like the story? Because it's fun. Okay, Dave. Continue, Dave. Oh, thank you, Dave. So the potatoes are the most profitable crop in Farm Sim, and I will tell you for why. Because with potatoes, you don't need to buy any more than one field's worth of seeds, ever. Sure, you need to buy the equipment to harvest the potatoes, but for seeding you only ever need to actually seed and buy seeds for one field. Which I'm sure at least one person watching is now looking at me, looking at this video as if it's got 3 heads. It has no heads, it's a YouTube video. No, potatoes are the most profitable crop in Farm Sim because you can use potatoes to seed potatoes. And this is the joy of potatoes. This is the joy of using pallets. Alley-oop. 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 And I wonder how many of these I'm actually getting into the sell point. Most of them. So if I just do a bit of nudging and finagling, they should all now be in the trigger. So maybe that one. So this can now go back over to the yard where I'll throw some more pallets at it. And we'll see how much we made from that first set of pallets when it's finished selling. Because it'll take a few minutes. It does look like the money's going up nice and fast, which is always a good sign. Yeah, the downside of selling them, the beets as pallets, is they do take a while to go through. But going back to my potato rant, because I like making the potato rant, I'm going to expand on the potato rant. I've just realised how I can expand on my potato rant. Yes, I have called it the potato rant. But potatoes, you only ever seed one field, you get... That was significantly less than I probably should have got. I maybe have forgotten to turn the mod on. I probably have forgotten to turn the mod on. Either that or some of those pallets just weren't in the sell point correctly. But with potatoes, you only ever need to seed one field. And if you seed a particularly big field, yes, it'll take you forever to harvest. But you will then have unlimited potatoes forever, because you can just throw the potatoes into a seeder or three and get hired workers or courseplay or whatever your method is to seed, and just select manual seeding. You can come over with a bucket full of potatoes, or I don't know, maybe a pallet, and just fill the seeder from that. Or the planter, I should say, because potatoes aren't seeds, they're tubers. And you actually plant the tuber, and that grows more tubers, so you can tuber while you tuber. But to expand on the potato rant, because, you know, getting infinite money from effectively one field of bought seeds isn't enough. No, 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 no. If you also do cows and or pigs and or a lot of silage, you will also benefit from the glory that is free fertilizer in the form of manure and slurry. And yes, you can in fact get infinite money completely for free in Farm Sim, with no cheats involved whatsoever, just using the base in-game functions, because Giants thought of everything. Full over to this door, off you go. But yeah, that's I know I don't do potatoes much because they're slow as hell to harvest and it's not particularly YouTube friendly. But they are, I think, my favourite crop in Farm Sim. Just because they're so insanely overpowered. That you can literally just get infinite money from potatoes. With sheep being my favourite animal because, again, they're hilariously overpowered. Because you only need to feed them grass and water, and wool pallets are worth a hilarious amount of money. So, oh god, this video is going to be much shorter than I thought. I was thinking this could be a 20-minute long video, but we've already done the job. Oh god. I've made a horrific mistake. Well, it just wouldn't be this channel if there wasn't one horrifically huge mistake per week, would it? But yeah, Farm Sim, this is why Farm Sim is a great game, because you can play it and just spend money all the time forever. Or you can play it, spend money all the time for like you know, a few in-game cycles getting your silage going or something, and your initial couple of fields of potatoes. I'd kind of recommend 2 fields of potatoes as seed. Well, actually no, just the one field should do as a seed field, but a decent sized field. And then you buy all the potato equipment and all the animal equipment you'll need, or silage equipment, whichever takes your fancy. And you effectively get free money forever. In fact, I would recommend cows because they also give off milk, which is free money as well. The downside is you then couldn't plant the entire map in potatoes, which would mean you would have to spend some money, literally some money, on buying seeds for other crops. Other less efficient, less beautiful, less glorious crops than the magnificent potato. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is RainbowDave's potato rant, as only a true Irishman could say. Only an Irishman can rant for 10 minutes about the wonders of potatoes. And yeah. Oh, these two pallets are too far away from the trigger. Oh dear, whatever shall I do? Shall I just get closer to the trigger? There we go. Yeah, this is not making as much as I thought. Then again, it's 2,000 litres, so... I'm guessing the price is about right, it's just that I'm measuring everything wrong because I'm using litres and 2,000 litres is only like half a ton. Yeah, I think we're about right on the harvesty income. Oh crap, we are, yeah. Yeah, we're good. Everything has worked as intended. So, yeah, I could do the corn harvest, I could harvest the cornfield, but honestly, I wouldn't have anything else to do after that. And that'll only take probably an hour or so to do. So I don't see the point in harvesting the cornfield when I could do something actually quite cool for the rest of this video and just, I guess, fill time. What we're going to do for the rest of the video is, do I have a mod installed that would be very helpful right now? I do not. And I'm not going to go out again to install it. So, plans change right now from what I was initially about to do. So we're going to just abandon that trailer there to rust forever, because I don't plan on loading this map again after today. And we're going to go grab the trailer we're just using for the sugar beets. Because there's one more thing we can do to make a bit more cash money. Because holla holla get dollar, yo. There's one more thing we can do. Now, we have sold all the crops that we have. We've dealt with as much of the animals as I really want to for FS17. But there is one thing that I've not done in a very, very long time indeed. I don't think I've done it since Goldcrest Valley, in fact. So let's do something that I may not have ever done in Farm Sim. I can't remember if I even did this on Goldcrest, but I know for sure that if I did it at all, it was on Goldcrest. And that is sell manure. Because I've not actually used the Manuratron 9002 to its, you know, full cheatiness. Because I've always just used it to make manure so that I could, you know, fertilize fields. I never used it to just make money. And that was an intentional decision on my part, because I feel like manure is much more useful, you know, fertilizing fields than it is selling off. But seeing as we're not coming back to this map at all, and seeing as this is the final Farm Sim video for me, because we've got nothing else to do in autumn, and you know, I don't see the point in trying to get a full season cycle in 2 weeks, or less. Plus, I want to take a break from Farm Sim, so this is all kind of tying into one master plan that I didn't really have, but now do. Inconveniently, this is going to go up on Thursday, which is 2 weeks and 2 days before I leave for Germany, and I did say I was probably going to finish Farm Sim about 2 weeks before I left, so my my intentional master plan has come in contact with my accidental master plan that I made up because I realized we were kind of running out of time here, and my time management is hilariously bad. But it's all coming to one, and we're finishing up this series with me playing Farm Sim for 3 hours in a day, selling manure, which I never ever do because my manure rant is a thing. If you've not heard the manure rant, it's basically the same as the potato rant, only it ends with free fertilizer. But yeah, I feel like I need a small break from Farm Sim in general. And this is actually, because I'm recording this on Tuesday, it's giving me a slightly longer break than I had originally planned, but that's fine by me. It's going to give me time to put a few other games on the channel. It'll be, you know, just a mix of random stuff that I find fun. Hope you guys enjoyed the Plague Inc. stream yesterday, which hopefully it worked, because I'm recording this on Tuesday, and I have no idea how that stream went. I don't know what I'll stream today. The streams will kind of be a bit mayhemy, because I'm just not going to do them. I'm not going to be redoing it with my start time anymore. So it's basically going to be I get up, have food, and then the stream starts when I've finished eating. Unless there's like something that crops up. So they might get progressively earlier and earlier and longer. Just because I honestly, there are times when I just want to stream for hours and hours and hours on end, and it's usually with like Flight Sim or something where, granted, not many people watch, but I enjoy it, so I want to stream for a bit longer. And it'll give you guys time to kind of pop in, say hi, and run off again, do your things, and have something to watch when you come in from school, because I know a lot of you are in school, and a lot of you are in work, so, you know, if I start very early, then I might not get many viewers, but might be better for the Australian contingent out there. Hello, Australia. And the late night Americans. Yeah, I might get some people into the streams that wouldn't normally be in the streams. So that'd be that's kind of what I'm planning on doing the next couple of weeks, is just playing random games at random times, or starting at random times, and just seeing what games do what on the channel. So this is my peak time for experimentation, because Farm Sim 17 is dead. Long live Farm Sim 19. And long live the people who keep misreading the game that I'm playing on Discord whenever I'm on TeamSpeak. Because, oh my god, I laugh every time. And for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, this evening, when I'm on TeamSpeak after my stream, have a look at what it says my name is, or the game I'm playing is, and it should pop up as Simulator 19, or 2019, I apologize. It should pop up as Simulator 2019. People keep misreading that as FS19. And I love it, because those people are trolling themselves. That's why I've not changed the name of TeamSpeak on Discord for a very, very long time. Because I'm not saying anything that I shouldn't. I'm not trolling people. People are trolling people. It is the master troll at work, making people troll themselves. This is almost 8 tons of manure, by the way. This could be quite a pretty penny we make here. This might talk me into actually selling some manure in FS19, assuming the manure price balance is similar. Because I have noticed that manure doesn't go very far in FS17, and neither does slurry, but I do still love using them. It does help, Dave. It helps if you remember to take the turn off. Yes, thank you, Dave. You've been very helpful. You're welcome, Dave. There we go. There we go. So let's see, we got how many liters? 18,750 of manure. And from that, we'll say 18,500 litres. We're making not a lot of money, is it? That's really not a lot of money. €1,400. Yeah, I'm probably not going to sell manure in FS19 either. I'm probably going to use it to fertilise my fields, because that is just a far more logical use for manure and doesn't involve you loading it into a trailer. Well, it does because of manure spreaders, but you know what I mean. But that is, I think, going to do it for this video and this game on the channel for the foreseeable future. Thus ends my coverage of FS17. Thus begins my little break from Farm Sim. And yeah, to those of you who only want Farm Sim on the channel, tough luck. This is where my little break begins, because I want to kind of get myself into a good state of mind where I want to play some Farm Sim when I go to Germany. First of all, and number two, views are dropping quite quickly on Farm Sim content, and I have noticed that, don't think I haven't. So I'm just going to play some games that I enjoy for the next few weeks. It'll be the next 2 weeks or so. The streams will be all just random games that I enjoy. I might do some Transport Fever streams, because it just occurred to me that Transport Fever would be fun to do. But yeah, we're going to play some random games. There's going to be a bit of Flight Sim thrown in if I can ever figure out how to land the Dash 8 without crashing it, because right now I'm just slamming it into the runway and hoping for the best. But yeah, if you're a Farm Sim only person, I do apologise, but it's time for me to finish this game and move on to a bit of chill time in between games. So, for those of you that only watch Farm Sim, I've been RainbowDave, you've been watching Farming Simulator 17 on Shamrock Valley and across every other map that I've played. Until Farm Sim 19, stay safe and goodbye. And for those of you that just watch for me being a lunatic and breaking things, I've been RainbowDave, you've been watching Farming Simulator 17 on Shamrock Valley and all the other maps that I've played throughout this game. Until next time, where we'll find something fun to do in a stream, I promise. Stay safe, and goodbye.